Ooh, sorry about that. Hey guys, it's Tarek with Cyclone FPV, and we are getting ready to do a live build. I'm just going to do a few checks here to make sure everything's streaming properly. And let me just verify that we're streaming okay, and then I will let you know for sure. Hold on one second. Yep, looks like we're going. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here, guys. I've got the chat open, and so here's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to go ahead. Let me do my picture-in-picture here. I'm using a new soldering mat right here, something I'm going to try out and see how this works. And by the way, I'm just going to make the announcement right now. It is Friday, as you know, but this Friday, this is the weekend I get to have my boys with me. So we're going to have some interruptions here as they come home from school and stuff. And usually I wouldn't even be doing this during that time, but we've kind of been limited. The weather and everything's kind of taken us down on a few of the, what's up, Angel? On a few of the builds and stuff. So now that we've got some nice weather and our power and internet and everything's going good, I figure I'd do this, but I am going to stop and say, hey, what's up to them? So you'll probably see them on camera. All right. Anyways, so let's get going. So here's what we're going to be building today. We're going to be doing the, you guys saw me present this. This is the Revelation-85HD. The only difference is when we build this one is, hey, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Julio, you're driving right now. You're not supposed to be on yet. Boy, get home. We're not going to do the GPS on this one, okay? I believe... what we're going to do on this one is the LED buzzer instead. So you guys can watch it do that. So here goes. Now, as you know, when we do a build, I'm going to take all the measurements here. Because when I build them for testing, I don't necessarily do the measurements on wire and stuff. So I'm going to get a notebook, and we're going to do it like before. And that way you guys will know exactly how to do it. If you're going to build one of these at home, you'll know exactly how to do it, okay? 1 second. Let me grab a notepad here and a pen. And we're going to get going. So let me get my pen and my notepad. Here we go. Okay. So as a matter of fact, I'm just going to get a sticky pad. It takes up less room. All right, and also a couple things I'll show you guys in the meantime. We got a ton of inventory just arrived too. We got some new batteries that came in, some other things. We will be doing a build on the 107 and also the Cine one. Hey Bob, what's going on, man? Dustin, what's up? Colin, man, it's good to see you here. I can't wait till we get you back in the air. Let me see what else we got. Oh, yeah, a couple things that we're going to be putting on the website. One of them, so a lot of you have asked me to come out with these things. So, you know, these are the containers that I use. And so people wanted to have like a starter set. And I'm like, okay, fine. So here's what I did. Now, I'm working on this now. So we did the counts and what it'd be like. But if you need like a starter set of things like the screws, for example, M3 screws, and some fasteners and some lock nut and stuff like that. Things like this are going to be on our site where you basically get a setup of things like this. You can order them and have them of all the screws like what we would use, M2s and M3s, and they're color coded. You know that we color ours. They're all colored to match certain length. That way if you drop them on the floor, you can separate them quickly. So what we're going to be doing here, okay, so here's the word on the Vistas. I got 50 Vistas that'll be landing in 3 days, okay? I have another 50 that we're waiting to get an ETA on. The first 50 were confirmed, packed by my office up in China. So my guys up there have done that. Thanks to them for their hard work. And those are packed, and it's 3 days shipping from there to here to my office, there to my office here. So we're set, okay? So I got my pad of paper right here, so we're going to do our notes. Got our frame. Here it is, okay? And it's a pretty strong frame. It's been cut, you know, it's laid out on the carbon fiber properly. What's up, Julio? Hey, Billy, how you doing, my friend? And then if you'll notice on the website, guys, a few things is when you start going, now you're going to see the website changing. There's going to be more Cyclone frames that we're making here, obviously. Let me mute my phone, sorry. And then with that, you're going to start seeing these drop-down menus of the builds and what you can mix together to build your own, right? And you'll see, I'll be updating it because there's some like the Cine one doesn't have it yet, but it will. But anyways, let's get to this build. So we're going to do everything. We're going to be using the TPU in like a hot green or a neon green, I guess is what it's called. We got our Cadix ready. We've got our GH F411 All-in-One Pro. This is, I'm going to use the 25 on here. And so let me go ahead and open that up when we can look at that. This is the JHE MCU. And I've been very impressed with this actually. I've actually, it's done real well for me. So that's why I'm sticking with it right now. It's an easy board to work with, extremely easy. The pads are a good size, so anybody soldering. I am going to demo some solder paste here, guys. So we are carrying, I just dropped one of those little red, I always drop this thing, and then when it bounces like 100 feet away from me. So, yeah, lost that one too, so I'll have to pull another one. I'm going to show you some solder paste that we're going to be using for you guys that want to do a little bit more soldering, but you're having a hard time. The new solder paste that we got is phenomenal. I will definitely recommend it to you, and I'm going to use some of it here so I can show you how it works. All right. So let's get this table ready to go. We are not going to be using our plug-in motor clips here, so we're going to get those and just toss them out. Don't need those. Here's our board. Here's our standoffs here, our rubber standoffs. We're also going to be using the JHE-MCU LED strip. Okay. And you can see on this one, this is the LED and buzzer. Hey, Abdullah, how you doing? Listen, Abdullah, I've got an email to you. Sorry, it took a day for them to get back with me, but I've got you taken care of. So just hang tight, and I'll send you the updates. Abdullah is 8 hours ahead of us, guys, so it's about 11 o'clock in the evening for him. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. All right, so we're going to be doing this. We're going to be using this buzzer, which will fit inside this mount. Should. I just redid this mount, so hopefully it's going to fit without issue. Let me verify this. So it should fit. Let's see. Should fit pretty nicely. Oh yeah, perfect. Look at that. So that'll be the mount that goes on the back for the LED and the buzzer. This will be the undercarriage. Okay. And then where is my camera mount? Like the most important part is it was here. Julio, did you take my camera mount? I know he was here earlier. We're going to use these props. And where the hell is my hot green? Here it is. All right. I take it back, Julio. You didn't take it. All right, here's the camera mount. Okay, so let's just get to it. Show you guys how this is going to work. And if you're going to be building one of these at home, this will help you a little bit. Also, there will be versions without HD. Had a couple of people ask me because they're not flying DJI stuff, and I'm like, that's not a problem. So I'll put some versions together without it, which will be very easy to do. Okay, so don't worry about that. And you'll see it on the website. The whole idea is to make sure we keep the price down. Darn if I can open this. I think I also put on there the build. So here's the deal. I'm charging $25 to build them, okay? You can build them on your own, and I encourage you to do that if you're comfortable with it. But if you're not and you want me to build it, it's 25 bucks. That's it. And so the idea there is to help you guys out with it, and you know, try to get as many as I can in people's hands. All right, so let's go ahead and get the Caddx. And for those of you that don't know, tonight is our drawing for the DJI setup. So that's the Fly More combo. So if you haven't got a ticket yet, go on our website and you'll see it. It's right there on the main page, and it's $10 to get in there for the raffle. And it is a webinar actually. You can join in, log in live using Zoom. We support 100 simultaneous logins on Zoom, so you can do that too. I'm not going to be using this, by the way. I'm just taking it out so we can go over it real quickly. So I want to stay now. We'll get focused on here. Okay, so this is going to be the base frame for the Revelation-85HD. Okay, now let me explain to you how this is going to mount. The way we're going to be doing this is the Caddx is going to be going on top. Okay, the board will actually go underneath, and then we will be placing this protection mount underneath that, just like that. Okay, so this will go, and they'll all be at the angle. This will go into the back. All right, and these edges have been lowered so that it can fit. So this actually sits like this. It'll sit inside here, just like that. And I'm just going to throw it on there just like that so you get an idea. And then the camera will go on top. Super light, super tiny, super easy. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is let's get started by, we've got to prepare our wiring. Now I'm going to use wiring because this doesn't have a plug-in for here, and I don't really like the plugins anyway. You can either cut this or you can run your own wire. I usually run my own wire, but if you get one of these, just cut it if you don't have any extra wire. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. I just usually take these wires right here, and just because I always have a ton of extra wire. So we're going to start with our board. That's what I want to do first, is I want to prep the board, okay? So let me go ahead and turn this on. Let's get our flux pen. If you do not have a flux pen, please, Dustin, I don't know how many spots are available tonight. Not everybody that's doing that is going to be able to log in. So there's plenty of, I think last time we sold 100, we had 100 raffles and 28 people, because a lot of people bought more than one. So I would say right now there's not going to be a problem getting in people for the stuff. Okay, so that should be no problem at all. So we're going to use our flux pen here, guys, and this is basically going to help our solder stick. But I do want to show you the solder paste. So let me show you how that's going to work. All right, so here's the solder paste that we're carrying now. You'll find it on our site under solder supplies. Okay, so it's got a little syringe to it. Let me go ahead and take that tip is used up. So it comes with the syringe and then one of these, and you can clean these out or you can buy more of these little tips online. But here's how this is going to work. I think that might be small. Yep. All right, so we're just going to show you how this is. Yeah, flux pens are the best, right? Flux pens save the day, really. So here's how it's going to work. So for you guys that are, like soldering is, giving you a little bit of a hard time, I guess, I'm going to show you how this will work, and it'll be pretty easy. I am going to go ahead and let me change a few things here. So let's see how I would want to do this to show you the easiest way. Bear with me a second. Let me go here, and then let me see if I can. The only thing I'm going to do here, guys, I'm going to try to find. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if I can find this for you. Okay, so here's what we've got on this board, and I was just going to see which ones I want to pick out. I'm not going to do all of these. So we're going to start here. Okay, so on this board right here, right next to where the XT30 is going to be soldered, you have where you're going to do your DJI wiring for your positive, your ground, and then your TX and RX. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this will work. So basically, you take this. It's got a fine needle at the bottom, and you're just going to take it. And you just press gently on. I've already put the flux paste on here, so you're just gonna using the flux pen. So you're just gonna go ahead, just press gently. There is my solder. One piece already came out. Let me just kind of show you. Let me zoom in here so I can show you what that's gonna be like, if you can see that. Right there was 4 gold spots. Now there's only 3, and I don't know why. It looks like we're getting a slow feed. Maybe let me see. Let me see if we've got. It says we have a network latency, but I'm not really sure. Right, let me see if I switch this, if we can improve that a little bit. Okay, so as you can see right here, we have it down. So now I'm going to show you what happens. So you take your soldering iron, right? And it doesn't take that much. It doesn't take that much effort to do. So take your soldering iron, make sure it's ready to go, and watch. You're just going to touch it, right? And there you go. You're now soldered up. Okay, and that pad is now soldered. That's it. So you can see it now. It's like perfect. It's a perfect bead that's right there on that spot. This is a great way if you're having a hard time holding the solder and doing all that. Just take this, and you could just, as long as you've put your flux pen on there, you can just put a little bit on, just like that. It doesn't take much. And now what we're going to see right here, this would be something cool to test, is if there goes one, there goes one, and there goes one. I mean, it's great. Okay, so now you got 4 pads done instantly, just like that. I mean, it's a piece of cake. And then you want to have something. I use alcohol wipes. Let me grab mine real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, I just clean off and look. Okay, I've got 4 good spots ready to be soldered. All right. So I would tell people, if you are nervous about soldering, or you have a little bit of a hard time, or it's hard to hold the thing still, or whatever it may be, this is a great alternative. Okay. I'm actually going to finish the rest of the board using solder paste. Just because I haven't really used it in a long time, and I think it'd be a good demonstration. So let's see, I'm looking at here, we're going to be doing the LED, we're going to be doing the buzzer. Let's see, we'll take the buzzer and the LED, so let me go ahead and do that real quick. And I'm looking right now at my diagram to make sure I get the right ones. So I got buzzer, LED, 5 volt, and ground. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So from the outside here, make sure I have this right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to go on the outside here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, prep that up. Works out perfect. Okay, these look really good. I'm really impressed with that. All right, now I'm going to put that aside, and let me zoom back out, and we'll finish the rest of this now. Get going on this build. So we've got our LEDs and everything going here, and for that comes with the wires right here. Okay, we've got our DJI setup going here, and then we've got our motors obviously going in all the other spots, and then we are going to be using our S-Bus, which let me go ahead and just do that with this here real quick. Okay, so we've got our S-Bus and our ground, which are going to be right here. So our ground is going to go right here, and our S-Bus will go 4 in, because we've got 4, 5, and S-Bus right here. Okay, so there's where our S-Bus goes. And then we can go ahead and start prepping for the motors if we need to right now. And I'm trying to think of anything else I'm going to be putting on an LED. No, I'm not going to be using soft serial on this one. I used it on the last one, but I won't be using it on this one. So we should be good to go. Yeah, I don't I don't have Jeff's going to win the DJI setup, he says. Hey, I don't have alcohol wipes on there, man, but you know what? Maybe I'll start putting them on there. I'm going to go ahead and prep these motor pads up real quick. So let me do that. Okay, one last setup here. All right, that'll be good for starting for right now. Okay, so we've got our board ready for the most part. We are going to go ahead and we can do the XT30. So I use one of these little things when I'm doing my XT30s. I used to not use these, but I've got these on the site too. I use these to hold the XT30 in place. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out real quick now too. I'd like to get the board part done as quickly as possible, so I'm going to put my flux pen on there, get that. And that'll just help it bind quicker. All right, and so let's go ahead and let me see. I'll do the, I guess I'll just do the positive first. So, yeah, hold on. So let me get that ready. And then I'm just going to, while I hold that there, I'm going to go ahead and put this positive right in there. And I'm going to let it chill a second. All right, that's good. And I'll turn it around and do the same for the ground. All right, those two are in there good. So we've got ours here. I don't think JHMCU gives you the actual heat shrink for that. I don't see it. So I guess I'll be doing that part. So let me get some heat shrink real quick. So let me get some positive heat shrink and some heat shrink for the ground here, which I have sitting, oh, I don't know, somewhere here. I thought I had a little bit. Bear with me, and I will find it for you. I just need to find the right size. These are a little too big, but you know what? We'll use it anyway. That's fine. All right, so let's do this. I think that's going to be a little too big. If anything, it doesn't matter. I mean, the color isn't really going to make a difference. So let me go ahead and cut that. That's really big, actually. Let me put the red first and get this covered up real quick. All right, so we'll go ahead and heat this one up first. This way we get our XT60 done. Awesome. Okay. This one's going to be, I know it's going to be too big. Oh, we got caught. Who's that? Oh, I got somebody here. I'm going to have to tell them we're live, though. They're going to have to find some. I think it's a buddy of mine, actually, but we're busy. You know what? Maybe I'll just do green, because I don't think I have a black one that's handy without me wasting time trying to find it. So I'll just do a green one real quick. That's fine. Hey, Adam, I'm filming live, so just when you come in, just don't say anything bad. It's live right now. You can say hi to everybody, but it's live. It's my buddy Adam, by the way. What's up, Adam?
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, man of many words. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Our XT60 or XT30 will be ready to go. So from here, let's see. So from here, you got to decide how long you want this thing to be. I'm on my first one. This was a little too short. On the 107, it was better. I made it longer, so I'm just going to go ahead and say we're going to be coming off at an angle. So I'm going to probably make this, and this is where we're going to start our measuring. Let me go get my ruler real quick. What's up, Adam?
Santa's right?
No, she's not here. But Ashton is.
Okay.
Why is this up? Huh? Okay. All right. So let's do this real quick. So we'll measure, we'll say that from the XT60, I don't know, I'm going to say probably about 50 millimeters. So I'm going to write that down first. That's going to be my first measurement to make a note of. So we'll say that make your cables about 50 millimeters. So XT30 cables equal 50 millimeters. Okay, so let's measure that. I think that should be long enough, because this one is much shorter at about 30. So yeah, 50 millimeters will be fine. So we'll cut that here. All right, so let's get rid of those. Put our pad away here, get back to business. Okay, we also do have to deal with our capacitor. So first thing is, let's go ahead and clean these wires up and let's tin them. So make sure you strip out about 3 millimeters of wire. Take off the sheathing there for about 3 millimeters deep. And the reason for that is you don't necessarily have to use all 3 mil, but you want to be able to grab it and twist it once you put the once you go over it with a flux pen. So let me go over it with the flux pen real quick. Okay, I'm going to twist it up. And I'm going to grab my helping hands for this one. So let me do this. All right, so that's good. This is ready. And now I want to look at the board, because I also have to get my capacitor in there, right? So on the capacitor, what I'm going to do is this board is going to sit with the USB down. All right, so everything is going to be exposed on the bottom, meaning it's going to be facing out. And so this capacitor, I'm going to bring it in from the underside. So basically take your board, flip it upside down to where the USB is facing the table, or it's against the table. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this cap in such a way to where it's only about, doesn't have to be that far actually. So let me just see. I'll put this cap about that, actually, whatever that measurement is right there is how far we're going to go. So I will tell you right now to cut your cap wires at about, I guess 15. Let me see what 15 looks like. So I'm going to mark 15 on here. And before I write it down, I just want to make sure that it looks right. So let me just cut this off. Throw those out. Okay, so now we got to take these wires and bend them at 90 degrees. Okay, and there's these very tiny holes right here next to the larger holes that you see. They're right here. And so this would actually, oh, I think, did I bend the 90 wrong? I think I did actually. Hold on, let me bend it the other way. I had it going the other direction. Bend it this way. I think that 15 is going to be perfect. So let me do that. Then these will go in the hole right there. That should fit and it does. That's going to be great right there. So 15 will be for your cap wires. And guys, remember, if you're just putting caps in, always remember you have your negative marked with right there with these little symbols and this, like this solid gold. There's always going to be a solid stripe on your cap, whether it's the green and gold color or black or whatever. I think I have the black ones here too, and it's still a gold. It's still a gold stripe. And I got these ones here. So let me show you here, just so you're aware. All right. So whenever you get a cap, always decide with this thick stripe. This is going to be your ground. Make sure not to reverse that, or else you can find yourself with a cap exploding on you. It's happened to me once. It'll happen one time. You'll never do it twice, I don't think. But anyway, so this is where we're going to put this cap. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wire our XT60s here, our XT30 wiring from here. So what we can do is we can leave our cap sitting just like this. All right, and I'm just going to put some flux on here. All right, and I'm going to go over it with the soldering iron. And if you wanted to, this is one of those times where using solder paste is actually pretty cool. Let me see where I put mine. Okay, so because it can get kind of difficult to put stuff here, solder paste is a great way to get something to just kind of stay in place. So if you put solder paste on it just like that, right, and you just go around it on the other side, just like that, just cover, it's easy, right? Then once you hit it, it's going to hold in place perfect, okay? Then you can get on doing whatever else it is that you need to do. So those are in place now. Now I can go ahead and use my solder if I wanted to, but if you were worried about something moving, this is a great way to hold it in place, okay? And it'll make it solder bond really easy. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the solder, finish this out. Let me write down, let me make all my notes here. Cap, wires, equal 15 millimeter. And then you gotta do a 90 degree, okay? So let's move that and that over. And here we go. Just gonna go ahead and put some solder on this board so I can put my XT30 on here and not worry about it later on. Guys, always, like you'll see me doing, is I'm soldering and I'm keeping my hands and my fingers on the board. This is how I know that I haven't held this, the solder on too long. Is as long as my fingers can be on here, board's not hot, I'm good. All right, so there we go right there. Right, this is on solid. Now we're just going to go ahead and add our wires real quickly to this. And we've got our positive and our ground. I'm going to look again, make sure my capacitor's on properly, and it is. So let's go ahead and take our tweezers, and we're going to do this just enough. They did leave a lot of room for the XT30 wires, so I'm not worried about trimming these down actually. Just need to kind of get it spread just a little bit there. And then I'm going to hold it over. And you don't want to press down hard because the solder will just melt perfectly right there. This is 6337 that we sell on our site. So if you need some good solder, this is some of the best solder I've used. This is why we brought it on board. So there's one. And here's the other. And again, if you just rest your solder on it, and I do have those mounts to hold these boards in place. I just didn't put one on the table right now. Let me just go ahead. Let me put my tool here and hold this thing in place. There we go. Come on. Well, I may regret not putting it on that sheet. Hold on. All right, there we go. So these are on, and now once I get these on, what I'll do is I'll just come in and clean it up by adding just a tad bit over it, right? And it'll just kind of all blend together nicely. So there's one. Here's the other, and these are on there. Well, these are good, they're not going anywhere. So I'm satisfied with that now. All right, so now it's time to get to the rest of the build. This is basically the pain was doing the soldering. And so now we're going to put our standoffs in. So go ahead and put them in just like this with the larger end facing up, just as if you were going to mount the board like this. Even though you're mounting it upside down, you're still going to mount it the same way. Are you waiting on me, Adam? Because I'm going to be here for about an hour.
I just need a pen.
Well, then ask for a pen instead of sitting there swiveling. Here. Ready? Catch. Ready? But I need that back, okay, when you're done? Thank you very much. How's your day going, dude?
It's long.
It's long. Long day already? All right, are we happy? Yeah, we're halfway through the day. How's business?
It's steady. It's all right.
Adam owns restaurants. He owns margaritas. A good place to eat. I guess I could have put this standoff in before I did all this work, but oh well. Let me see if I can get this in here now. Wonderful. All right, so there we go. So we've got everything. We got everything. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Okay, guys. So here we go. Everything's set up for now. All right, and so we've got plenty of room here to do everything else that we need to do. So now what we have to do is we got to get our screws set in, because once we put them in, there's no taking them out, right? So it's time to get the measurements of the screws, and let me just see what we used here. I think what I did was I used M3 16 mil, which is right here, and I'll find out real quickly. I'm pretty sure it was either 16 mil or it was 14 mil. So I'm going to find out, and then I'll let you know here real quickly, because it'll go in our notes down here. Let me put this notepad right here so we can keep track. You guys can watch it too. All right. So let me see and then we need the longer screws, which are going to be to go through the Caddx Vista unit. Now I need to find those, which I believe are these here. I just need to verify that first. 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one. Yo. What's on? You done?
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I hope you have a super weekend. I'm sending Tom Brady a letter that he owes me money for having the worst game of his life that one time I decided to bet on him. Stupid. All right, so anyways, let's get going with this one. So what we're going to do now is, once we pick the direction, obviously just keep in mind, guys, that the way that these, where you're mounting your motors, this is going forward or backwards. You could mount it like this, it would be equal, but it would look weird. So just make sure to use this as your guide. It's got to go this way or this way based on these right here. So we're going to call this the bottom, right? So I'm going to go ahead. That's a 20. That's a 25. So that's going to go on the outside spots right here. All right. So you're going to put that on the outside, just like that. And we're going to work on seeing our measurement here. So once I do that, I think what we'll do next is we're going to come in with a soft mount, like a little tiny soft mount, I guess, or we can actually do. Hey, thanks, man. We can actually do. We can actually screw it down even. It doesn't even matter. So we'll take a nylon standoff, I guess, or a nylon fastener. I mean, and go ahead and screw this down. I like these to kind of stay in place, so let's do that. There's one.
All right, I'll text you.
All right, man. All right, I'll give you a buzz after I'm done here.
Okay, no problem.
Take it easy.
Thank
What
you,
you doing all weekend? What you doing this weekend?
No, I'll be here.
You gonna be around?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I want to take the football machine out and take the boys. Oh, we're also gonna go karts. Get go karts to go ride on the property, and we're gonna get paintball guns. So go karts and paintball this weekend.
You bought those cards?
I'm going to get them tomorrow.
You already bought them?
I'm going to get them tomorrow. I haven't bought them yet. I'm gonna go buy them tomorrow. Are you in? You want to? It's gonna. I'm gonna open it. It's gonna be a little side business called drive-bys. You know, like where you just ride go karts and shoot each other.
Just text me.
Okay, man. See it.
Thanks.
Thank you. Peace. All right. I'm trying to find the ones that I wanted to use, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just pull any of these right now. The main thing I want to do is I want to make sure that we have enough distance to keep the board from touching the carbon fiber. Okay, so let me just do this real quickly. And then I'll put one more in here, guys. So we're going to use our, and I need to make a note of that real quick, so bear with me a second. My fat fingers, it's just impossible sometimes to hold these things in place. God, figure. Darn you, Olive Garden. And I would be using this finger, but I have 3 pieces of carbon fiber about 1/4 inch under my nail. So it's very painful right now. This is a live build. Yeah, it's live, so yes. And I believe that we have someone that is taking this particular one. I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to give that gentleman till the end of the evening. I believe he's taking it, but should he not, then it'll be ready for sale, be listed for sale. All right, let me take this one off. And I'm going to set these aside because these are 2 mil thick and these are 1 mil thick, and I'm going to go with 1 mil thick for now because it's just more consistent on this build. So we're going to do 4 by 1 millimeter nylon M3 fastener, M2 fastener. Don't worry, you don't have to read my writing. I'll have it all nicely done because it'll be in the kit if you get the kit. Oh, my boys are here, so you guys are going to give me a second. I get to go say, what's up? Okay. All right, let me do this last one here. Sorry, guys, the beeping just means somebody entered the property. It'll stop in just a second. Oh, I see them now. Here they come. Here they come, here they come. All right. And I'm going to see how much clearance we have. We may add something else if my fat fingers can hold this. What's up?
What's up, Dan?
How you doing, bud?
Good.
How's your day?
Good.
Yeah? You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi.
That's it? Just hi? So
Stage
excited.
fright.
You don't have stage fright. Hey, will you take it easy on the Xbox for a little bit just because I'm using the bandwidth right now?
I'm
Y'all.
not gonna play it.
Well, I was going to say though, can you make sure mine's updated so we
Yeah.
can play tonight?
Hmm?
All right, thanks, bud. Well, tell me how your day. Grade's good? Everything good?
Yes, sir.
All right, bud. I love you. Okay, so this looks, now I'm going to just put the board on here and make sure everything fits properly like it should. Here's my other troublemaker right here. What's up, trouble? There you go.
Come on, inside.
Hey, come and say hi to me. There's my wife. Hey, Turkey. Oh, he's not looking at me? Oh, you want to ignore me? Oh, well, I tell you what then. You know, a little surprise this weekend. Oh, okay. How you doing?
Good.
I love you,
Dad,
bud. Yeah.
should I get Chick-fil-A?
Why are you yelling? I'm right here. Why are you yelling at
Should
me?
I get Chick-fil-A?
Should you get Chick-fil-A?
Without doing any chores. Because I have money.
Oh, no. Listen,
I have money.
you have money?
Yes.
Really? To pay the bills?
Yes,
Hey, you want to come here? Can you say? I want you to look at everybody, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you something real quickly. I'd like to show you my son here, Jaden, and his face, his beautiful black eye that he has right here from running into a kid yesterday when he was leaving school. Right? How'd that feel? Good. Yeah. So let me remind you of something. Let me remind you. You never have money. You have my money. Oh, let me finish. You have my money, and you will do your chores first.
Come on,
Period. Bye.
Dad,
Bye.
I have money. I have
Conversation's
$5.
finished. You're losing $1 every time you keep arguing with me. Okay, love you. All right, sorry guys. Hey, thanks, thank you. Hey, close that door, would you please, bud? Thanks, bud. thanks, Laura. Jack, I told him we're gonna catch up with you this weekend, right? So, all right. Let me get back just real quick. So here's what we got. So we've got, I think with that 1 mil spacer, it looks like we cleared the space pretty good. The only thing is once we put the screws in for the other side, it's going to take up a little bit of space. So I want to verify real quickly one more. Let me get all these put away because I don't need, I'll just put them here for now because I'm going to need some later. Let me put these in here. Hey, thanks guys. My boys, they're everything to me. So I'm so glad they're here this weekend and we're having fun. Although I still don't think my youngest understands that he doesn't have any money for real, but he tries to always bargain like he does. You know, he's like, "Well, Dad, I got money." I'm like, "No, you really don't. You really don't. And even if you did have it, you still don't get to tell me what to do." A little come to Jesus meeting every once in a while never hurt anybody. All right, so let me keep going here, guys. All right, so now we got this crud put away. There. Okay. All right, so we're gonna get the screws next. Where did I didn't put them back, did I? Oh, maybe I did. Darn it. No, they're right here. Okay. So here's how this is gonna mount. So this is since the Vista is a 20 by 20 stack. The only downside is that the screws are socket head screws, right? So they sit pretty close to the flight controller, and I've got to make sure that they don't short it out. So where's the last one? Why don't I have the last? Hold on. I'll just grab another one right now. I thought I grabbed one. Where did I put it? Oh, here. All right, let's do this. There we go. All right, so we'll do this one here. So you've got your 20 by 20 on top, and you've got your 30 by 30 below. I mean, your 25 by 25 below. So now we need to put our mounts on here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same 1 millimeter fasteners here, just because I like these to sit in place. And this is that Xiaomi. This is awesome. If you guys ever want an awesome lithium-powered screwdriver, this thing is the best. All right. Jody, hi. How are you? Julio, I will give them the. I will give it to them, but Sam took one. She didn't want me to tell you that. Oh, I see. Yeah. I do have stock. Sorry, Justin, I didn't even look at it. Blizzard FPV, what's up? I'm sorry, I didn't even look at that. Yes, I do have some goggles left. Everything's in stock. I think we got about 6 units left or something like that of the goggles, but I probably have about another 30 on the way. But I do have them in stock right now. And everybody's asking me that because they're saying that sites are selling them, but they don't actually have them. Unless it's an error on my part, and I mean, it's like when you have like 5,000 motors and you say you have some left, like 4 left, there's a chance that I may have misplaced 4 or used them. But on goggles and stuff, if the site says we have them, we have them. And Jody, yes, I'm putting the Vista unit on it. And Justin, yes, this is what I would be doing for a live build for a customer. Exactly the same thing. That's why I did say that, yeah, you get $25 and I'll build it to you, and 50 and I'll do the live build. That way a lot of people like to watch their drone being built. And in this case, I spoke to the gentleman who wanted this drone, and so that's why I'm saying I'm pretty sure this is the one he said he was going to get it. But, I told him he wasn't obligated. I didn't want him to pay until after he saw it being built, so he's got one day. But yeah, if you decide you want one built, I'll do it for you. I'll tell you what I can't do though is my fat fingers can't do this very well. Not ready to throw these little suckers out the window. All right. God, okay. My kid wants Chick-fil-A. I'm throwing that one out. Can't handle it. Go to the next one. There we go. Well, I'll tell you this. I think that sometimes people getting started on small drones, can be risky because everything's a lot smaller. Pads are smaller. I will tell you something though, and I'm going to get up to get this part because I want to show you guys something. I think I've shown you before, but it's good to. I think it's good to present it. So give me 1 second. Let me go grab this thing real quick. I don't know where the other one is, but I can. Oh yeah, here it is. Hold on. Let me grab this as well. So here's something that I would recommend, right? Something I would definitely recommend if you're getting into soldering is are these little kits right here. So these are practice solder kits or solder boards, right? So you basically can and so you use this one right here, for example, if you're wanting to learn how to solder. Right, and I'm not saying that this is what we're talking about, but I mean, just as it just reminded me to present this. So they give you on these boards, they're fairly inexpensive, they're like $1 or $2 or something like that. But they give you all the pads, right? And they give you the components. These are components like chips and things to solder. And so these are great ways to learn. This is on a regular size board, like a 30 by 30 board, 30.5 by 30.5. This is going to be like pads that will match. See, the squares are almost the same size, but there's no harm in doing this. So I would. You know, if you ever, we have these on our site under soldering supplies. These are great things to practice on. They're like a couple bucks, and you can't ruin them. I mean, like you can't. You know, if you solder them wrong, you go again, but you're not ruining a component that costs you a lot of money. You know, if I could go back and save myself about 10 grand when I first started on the amount of stuff I broke, I'd probably do that. But I didn't see anybody really offering that at the time. And so, and I didn't watch any videos. I refused to watch the videos. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out on my own. Like 3 fires later, I finally figured it out. It was a pretty expensive lesson. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, these boards can handle a ton, and Julio's right on that. The boards are very beefy boards. So I am really happy with that. Hey Noel, how you doing? We hope we're getting it. All right, so here's our layout right now. Now we're going to put this board back on, right? And just keep in mind, guys, so that's obviously designating the back of the drone right here by doing it like this. So we're going to put this back on, and we're going to see how close our board gets now to the screw. And you know what? It's not too bad. If you guys can see that here, I'll try to zoom in and show you guys what I'm looking at, right? So if you look at the way this board sits, you can see the board, and you can see the component right there, right? So like you can kind of see like right here, and what you want to make sure of is you're not going to crush this board down and have those touch, because you will short it out. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just probably go back in there with a drop of hot glue just between the two things, okay? Let me get my stupid table back. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to go ahead and say that we are good, because this should sit right here, which will give us plenty of room to put our standoffs. I don't know if we needed screws this long then, but I am going to say that for the bottom board, where my pen just went, somewhere in this world is my pen. I see it. All right. So for the bottom mount, for the 25 by 25, we're going to use 16 millimeter M2. So we need 4 of those. All right, and then we need 8 of the fasteners. And then we will use, I'll figure out on the top ones what I want, but I'm gonna show you guys this build, how it's goes. So now to look at how this sits right here, so this cover I made here, and the way it will sit is we will have a piece put here to give it some gap here, but actually this is intended to sit. That screw's actually pretty long. I may not go with a 16 after looking at this. This is how this will sit. So let me just show you, let me give you an idea. All right. So I will cut that piece back right there, but this will sit just like that. And it basically comes up to protect the front and the sides just like that. and then we'll put another standoff or another fastener right there. I actually don't need that much screw length now that I realize it, so we could probably go smaller on that. I'm going to try something different real quickly. So let's try that. What's up, Big Jeff Hardy? I'm going to take this out now, and I'm going to try going with something a little bit smaller. So let me do this real quick, just because I need to make sure. All right. So let's grab. I think maybe we can go. I think the best we can do is maybe go with a 14. I don't think a 12 is going to work, but I'll take one real quickly just to see. But I think that's going to be too short. But let me see. Yeah, 12 is going to be too short. So it's going to be a 14. So let me just change that. This is going to go, we're going to go with a 14. Okay, so that will be that's the final on the bottom. So those will be the green screws. Okay, so you'll get 4 green ones. All right. Yeah, I prefer that much more. That definitely is going to be better. All right, let's get this in there. A couple more, and then we're going to put the Vista in, and we'll run the wires for the Vista real quickly. And I was thinking I normally just use my wiring, but if you guys were to buy this as a kit and want to build it yourselves, I'm going to go ahead and just utilize what comes with it as far as with the Vista then. Because the harness isn't into the Vista, it's just into whatever device you're using. So in that case, it really doesn't harm me to cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Okay, and we got one more screw, and then we're ready to put the Vista on. Okay, guys? What's good, Jeff Hardy? How you been, brother? Hope all's well, my man. All right. Let me do this. Oh yeah, Cadex Vista into this tiny frame, and it flies like a beast. If you haven't seen the 107 video, which shows the 2.5-inch version of this, you should check it out. I was really, really excited. It was really cool. Hey, babe.
I forgot I made you this earlier.
Oh, I got a coffee?
Yeah.
Like, how cold is it now?
Not so warm.
Okay, thanks, Mama.
Uh-huh.
I love you.
I love you. How's it going?
Good. I'm going to go in there and start their session. Can you just make sure the big computer's on?
Yes.
Thanks, babe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut this back just a little bit. There we go. All right. So now that we got this part done, let's go ahead and take our Vista. Well, let's take the wiring for the Vista. Let's get rid of the trash. Let's take the wiring for the Vista, which is, I put it down somewhere. Is this it? No, that's not it. I don't know where the hell I put it now. Hold on. I got to find the wiring I just put down. So set on making my own. I don't even pay attention to where I put the old stuff. I have plenty of them, so I just got to find the right one. Is this it? I think that's it right there. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So usually, like I said, I'll use my wires, but in this case, hey, what's up, Keen? How you doing? Hey, that's him. What's up, Keen? Nice to join us, man. Nice to join us. Okay, so here's what we got. This would be the harness that you would get, right, guys? And so if you want to use this one, that's fine. Like I said, I would normally pull my wires and save. I like to save these harnesses, but I want to also go ahead and build this the way it would, you would do it if you didn't have any extra wires. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this as close as I can to the clip there. All right, and I'm going to start to solder. Now I want to get this board finished down here, so I'm going to actually solder this down here first. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the board. I'm going to keep turning it around until I figure out my orientation. Here, right here. So if you look at the board here, I'm going to take this off real quick. Next to the LiPo pads is going to be your wiring for your power and your TX and RX, okay? So let's do this first. And let's get started by, let me go ahead and get this a little bit of solder here. And I'm just going to put a little bit more down. And I need to actually put on my Mr. Magoo goggles now, so give me 1 second. I can't see this crap without my eyes in. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that's the wrong lens. Holy crap, I can see the future with this lens. Hold on, where the hell did my thing go? This is what I was wearing when I was trying to pull the splinters out from between my nail. It is not happening. Then I'm going to have to go to the doctor for this one. Alright, so there we go. Let's get the right lens in here. And it is 3:50. Alright guys, in 5 minutes I'm going to go start. I got to get my son online for little school stuff he has to get logged into, so it'll take me just a minute. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started on this one. Let me grab my tweezers and let's get the positive in first. So here we go. We'll do one. Here's our positive. Let me switch something out here real quickly. Oh, sorry, my bad. Hold on. Let me put my ground in first. Here's my ground. Let me take my ground. There we go. Positive. Okay, now if you look at your, do I still have that in here? Okay, so here's your Caddx manual, right? So if you look at your Caddx manual, you're going to go red and black, and then you got your yellow and your white. So your white you can call is going to go to the RX, and if you want to keep the colors the same, that's fine. So on this board, on this particular board, let me pull up to make sure I can match these together. So you have your RX. Your RX is actually going to be your pad next to your positive. So you've got ground, positive, RX, and TX, okay? And so on the, let me pull this, none of these glasses, I tell you what, I need one for one and one for the other. All right, so let me make sure I got this right. Yeah, so we're going to go TX is the next one. And I'll have this all for you guys online. I just want to make sure I get this right. So on here, they're telling you that they want, if you want to keep the color codes the same, so you're going to keep your TX. So TX is in third place. So take your yellow, whichever yellow you want to use, right here. And you're going to go black, red, yellow, white. Okay, there's the yellow. And here's the white. All right. And again, I'll have the whole diagram for you online. So there's your 4 to start with. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go do your S bus and your second ground. So that's going to be on this side here. So let me show you what we're going to do here. Let me make sure I got my glasses so I can see properly. And that is going to be as follows. S bus, for the love of God. Sorry, I'm so blind, guys. Okay. S bus goes here. And your other ground, your last ground for the Vista, goes on the end. And again, like I said, you don't have to only see this in the video. There will be the online, I'll have your diagram online for you. So now you've got your S bus and your Caddx done here. You've got your OSD set up here with your power, and then you've got your S bus and your ground set up here. The only other thing left to do is going to be to do your buzzer and your LED. So we're going to do that right now as well. And then I'm going to give you guys a 5-second break to stretch and do whatever you need to do so I can get my son online for his school. All right, so on your buzzer and LED, those are going to be on these pins here. And the way this is going to work is you've got ground on the end, then your 5-volt, then your buzzer, and then your LED. So I'm going to take blue to go for buzzer. Starts with the same letter, so I figured I might as well. So you've got, so I'm going to tin this up again real quickly. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. First one's ground. First one from the right. Sorry, I'm starting from the right though. Is ground. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. There's our ground. All right. There's our 5-volt. The wires are a little long. I'm going to clip these just a bit. They're a little too long. Okay. And then I think it was, let me say buzzer And then LED. Yep. So buzzer blue will be here. Again, I'm going to clip that. It's a little long. Okay. And then we're going to take the white one, and that will be our LED wire. And there we go. So let's put that on there. Okay, and that's it. So as far as everything goes, this is what the wiring looks like. And now, guys, is that my cue? Hey, all right, I'm coming. All right, guys, I'm going to ask you to give me 1 minute. I just need to go get my kids signed in online. Let me switch back here real quickly. Sorry, guys, but this is the part, building and doing work. So I'll be right back if you give me 1 second here, guys, and we'll finish this up, okay? What's up, Landino?
Okay.
Come on, let's get you online.
I got the stuff updated.
Oh, you did? Okay. All right, thank you. All right, guys, thank you very much for waiting. Now it's time to get back. Sorry about that. I may get called out every once in a while, but here we go. All right. Okay, so let's see where we're at. We've got everything set here. Now it's time to get ready to put everything together. We also have to get our motors ready. So here's the part where I start working on the motors a little bit, right? Motors, remember, are going to go on the top here. The top is the side with the longer screws. So let's go ahead and get these situated as well. And guys, if I do get called out, I apologize, but kids might need my help with something, so I will make it happen. All right, so anyways, let me show you what I'm going to do here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just set the motors up, even though they're going to be getting the prop guards. Right now, that doesn't matter to me in terms of how I'm going to do the wiring. So I'm just going to get these set up so I can wire them and get the wires run properly. I can come back in then. The way these prop guards are done, I can come back in afterwards and put them on top underneath it. All right. So it's a very small frame, and I kind of like to try to make the wires look good. I also try to not cut the wires so short that I can't take these motors and put them onto a larger frame down the road, okay? So especially like if you want to move up to the 107, for example, or something like that from the 85. So here's what I'm going to do, and this is what I did on the 107, and it worked out really well. I'm going to run the wires down the center, okay, just like that, and I'm going to bring them back around. It kind of keeps it neat, right? So you just basically loop it like this, all right? And that way when the board comes on, once you put the board on, the board's going to sit here, and the way these pins work on this board, the motor wires will actually just loop right into the side where the motor wires or where the pads are. So all you got to really do is just get a way to mount to hold the wires in place and keep it clean. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do that here, and we're going to do that using this tape. Okay, or you can use zip ties or whatever it is you want to use. I'm going to use the tape just because I like using this tape. So here goes. We're going to cut some pieces, and in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the tape out, and I'm going to say, for the sake of this build, the tape will be, and I'll tell you here in just a second. If I can find my ruler, I just put down. Okay, so we're going to make the tape. I'm just going to round this out. So we're going to make it 45 millimeters, okay? So let me put this piece of paper over here now, and the tape equals 45 millimeters. So you get 4 pieces of that. This should actually work out pretty well. Separating it with my other finger being wrapped up is kind of a pain, but I'll do my best here. It could take me forever though. There you go. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to place it on the carbon fiber first, just like that. Wrap it around so we get some surface area for it to stick to. Wrap it around and keep those 3 wires as straight as you can, okay? Bring it around again, just like that. And once you overlap it, now you can tighten it up pretty nicely, and you're going to have this nice looking wire set here running 3 running straight. Okay, so we're going to do that 4 times. Push the wires down through the center there, just like that. And again, you're just going to get a piece of tape. Once you measure one, you pretty much have the whole thing done. So we're just going to lay that up against the next one here, just like this. And I'm going to cut the next 3 right now so that we don't have to do this again. So 1, 2, and 3. Cool. Put the tape away and get back to business. telling you, man, this carbon fiber between the nail, it's excruciating. It sucks. I was grabbing a very thin sheet, like a 1/2 mil thick sheet of carbon fiber, and it broke, and 3 pieces went in. They're about a 1/4 inch into my nail, underneath between the nail and the skin. And I'm going to tell you, it is not a pain that I enjoy. So I tried last night. I had a razor blade and the microscope, and I was digging in there and just separating the skin from the nail, and it was bleeding. My son was helping me, and he's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm like, neither can I. I'm done. I tapped out, and I'm like, that's it. I'm going to let it heal and come at it. I'll go at it again tonight. But if I can't get it tonight, I think I'll just go have the doctor handle it. He can take the nail and take it off and do whatever he's got to do. It's just, yeah, it sucks. It's just bad luck. Second time, the first time I had to cut half my nail. I mean, it was tough. It bled a lot, but on this finger, boy, I had one jammed right in the center. I went all the way in there, and that took me a while to man up. I videotaped that one, taking it out though. Let me tell you, it's gruesome. So I got a couple neat videos of people think carbon fiber's fun to play with. I usually let them watch those videos first, and they're like, "Oh, never mind." Like, yeah, just because you can cut, just because you got a CNC doesn't mean you want to cut carbon fiber. I promise you that. All right, let's see. We're gonna do motor 3 and motor 4, and then we get to we'll solder those in, and then put our board on, and our bottom board will be done. Then all that's left is really just soldering the Vista wires and then making this thing look good. All right, so let me go ahead and get this done. And you guys, you could build this quicker, I guess, if you don't really care about the wiring and stuff, how it looks. But I can't. I got to get all my stuff looking straight. So let's do that. All right, here we go. All right, last motor. And then we're ready to really fly through this. Okay, so there's the layout right there. We're going to put our last piece of tape, and then we're going to pull these wires to see how nice it is. This is the, let me see, these are 6,000 kV, 1106, 6,000 kV. So this is for the 4S build of this. These are HGLRC's motors. Stupid Band-Aids get in my way, everything. There we go. Okay, so right now it's like a hodgepodge of wires going on. But what we're going to do next is we're going to pull these through, right? Just like this. So you can take your tweezers or whatever it is you're going to use. Pull these through and just push that right down the center. Just kind of push them out of the way. I mean, don't worry about it. You're not going to break them. Just get them out of the way. And then start grabbing the 3 that go to each motor and pulling them inside. And you'll see what I mean here in just a second. So if you take this, you pull these in. Those belong to this motor. Okay. So just get them nicely tucked in there, just like that. Okay. And then we'll take these 3 here. We're going to tuck these 3 in, just like that. Check out those 3, these 3, and then we're going to take these here, tuck these in. There we go. Just make sure you don't get them to cross. They need to stay straight. Okay. Push that one through. There we go. Push this one through. Here. These 3 will go like this. Okay. It really sucks having this Band-Aid on. And I keep saying that, oh my God, I can't grab anything. There. All right. And so there, we go. All right. So we got all our wires pulled, and what you should be, if I could hold this damn thing down, which I can't, unfortunately, because of my Band-Aid, what you should be looking at is something that looks pretty clean, if you can hold the wires down. And it's just going to be this pattern. Well, forget it, because my freaking hands hurt. So anyways, time to get the board on here. And so what we're going to do now is designate the back of your quad. It doesn't matter which side, as long as it's the pointing side of the motors. So I'm going to make that the back, and so I'm going to place this on here now. And the reason I wanted you to pull these wires is because, and you know what, I'm just going to do it, and I'm getting fed up with this thing because I don't have this finger to use. So let's try our best here and hope for the best. Okay, so what I want to do is, the purpose of this is so I can slide the damn board on. This stupid thing won't go. For those of you who don't have Band-Aids, it'll be a much easier job for you, I promise. All right, so I'm gonna try to get this on here as best as I can. This damn Band-Aid in my way. Let me do it like this. I'll just slide the board halfway down. That way I can still reach in with the tweezers and pull the motor wires out. Okay, so I'm gonna grab these motor wires here. You know what? I may just resort to this. Sorry guys, I got an idea. Only because I'm handicapped today. And I'm getting really frustrated. So I'm gonna zip. So I got it. I know what I'm gonna do. Sorry, I'm going nuts here because I can't use this finger. So let me just hold these in place by doing this. We'll put these out. Pull them out. You guys won't have to do this if you choose to build these on your own. I'm just frustrated right now because I can't hold the damn thing. Come here, you little turd. There we go. All right. So just to get this going, guys, I'm going to just zip tie these down so they don't keep getting in my way. Okay. And that'll be the easiest for me. And zip ties are pretty cheap, so why not? One down. Good. Okay, next one. Now we're cooking with grease. That's this one here. There's 1, 2. Need the third wire. Stupid Band-Aid. 5-minute task takes 20 minutes because of Band-Aid. Wonderful. Okay, let's hold those motor wires in place. You see, now it's starting to look a little bit cleaner, I guess. Let me get these ones, and then we can get cooking here. Yeah, this is happy thoughts. I'll be happy when this stupid Band-Aid gets taken off my finger. That's for sure. All right, let's keep that. There we go. All right, now we're down to the last one. Let me go ahead and just run this last one down. And the whole idea, what I wanted to show you guys was how nice it looks when all the wires are run properly and clean. So I really feel like it defeats the purpose if I don't show you that. So let me, and if you ever get one of mine and I build it for you, you'll know I like my wires to be straight, measured exactly the same, nothing crooked. So it kills me if I can't do that. All right, there we go. All right, so what I'm gonna do first is, I don't need to zip tie this last one, but what I do wanna show you is, this is what the pattern is that you're looking for. Now some of these crossed over and I'll straighten them out, but you want that everything looking the same. Now these two crossed over and I'll move those, but you want that symmetry, right? All right, so now that I've got one done, I'm gonna go ahead and just put the board on now. So we're gonna go ahead and make this the back. So let me get this lined up. All right. Get all my wiring out. Okay, and then I'm gonna just kind of get this lined up so I can see where I want to run my wires for the rest of this build. And I've got plenty of open spaces in here, so it's not going to be too difficult. But what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my Vista stuff, and I'm going to just start winding them up. So I'm going to start twisting them up here. All right, just like that. And the Vista, the way this Vista sits, okay, so we're going to consider the cable for the camera as the back. So this Vista is going to sit like this, which means that our wiring is coming through on this side. So when I run these wires, I'm going to bring them up on this end over here, all right, which would be considered the right side of the quad. So I'm going to basically tuck it underneath and come up through the center of the frame there. And that's why that hole is there. I put that hole there so you could run wires cleanly right there. So that's where those wires are going to be coming out of, and that's going to be the same for this side. So go ahead and twist them up as well. All right. Just like this. No, I'm good now. I'm calm now. The zip tie saved my day. All right, so send those in the middle. Just like that. Okay, that way, because there's plenty of room for that board to sit. And then the last thing we've got is our LEDs. Now those are going on the back, so the LED wires will go through, but they'll come out on the back side instead, since the LEDs on the back end. Okay, that's the back, so we're going to send this through right here. And I'll just grab the tweezers to pull the wires out. To keep it looking clean. There we go. LED wires will come out here, just like that. Okay, now that we've got that, when we're done with the motor wires, we can go ahead and put the board down for good because everything else is already pulled through on the other side. So let me go ahead and get my motor wires here, which again are going to drive me a little nuts until I solder them. So let me do that. 1, 2, there they are. And let's get the third one right here. Okay, pull that in. All right, so we're going to start by soldering. Hopefully we should have enough room for reach here. So I'm going to take these off first, and I'm going to make sure that I should be able to get enough reach out of these. It's a tight reach, but I should be able to get them. So let me go ahead and get rid of this zip tie here and pull the first wire up. There it is. So that's going to have plenty of room. So I'm just going to take it off, take a little bit off of it. I'm going to need my goggles for this, but let me just... There's one. I'm going to tin it. Then I'm going to put my glasses on. There we go. And here's one. For one. All right, so there's our motor, one set of our motor wires, which I will clean those up a little bit, but I just want to get them held in place. So that's going to be that motor right there. Then we'll go to the next one here. Let me pull my wires up. There we go. So we got our next batch of motor wires, which are going to go to the other side this time. Make sure that they are straight. Have one crossed over. That's one. That's two. These two are right. And then this third one needs to go over. So we'll swap that one here. Just like that. There we go. All right, so now we'll solder these ones in. Just gonna use these instead. One, two, and three. There we go. We'll tin those up real quick. Solder these ones down. There we go. Okay, on to the next one. This is actually, I mean, I appreciate that, but this is very slow for me because I'm minus a finger, so I'm like, I can't grab everything like I normally would. So I'm kind of like panicking here because it's so frustrating when I'm trying to do something that I know normally would not be such a long task, and I'm like, ah, man. But I appreciate that. Soldering fast, I guess, I mean, accurate. I can solder fast and blow stuff up quick. But yeah, thank you. All right, so I'm looking for my last wire, which is somewhere under here. There it is. I need that. Thank you. Okay, so, and this wiring is actually going to go on this side here. Let's make sure our wires are straight. And they are. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and strip those real quickly. This one. 2 and 3. All right, so let's tin these up. Uh-oh. 1 second, guys. That's my wife texting me. Oh. There we go. Let's tin these real quick. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and they're going to go in those exact spots. they may be a little long. I'll check in just a second. So well, let's knock it out, shall we? Yeah, they're a little long. I'll end up cutting them after they're soldered. One. Two. Cannot get a grip of these things without my. There. 3. Okay, and then we got our last motor to go, and then this thing will be straightened up, and that's going to be this motor here. So let me just pull these wires out of the way, and I need to straighten out these wires here real quickly. So let's cut this. There we go. The wires are crossed right here, so it's the middle wire that's going to be crossed. So let me find out which one that is. That's not that one, and it's not this one. It looks like it's this one, I think. Yep. So let's swap these two, and those wires will straighten up. We should be good to go. Make sure of that. Yep, that's it. Okay, so these are the last wires that we need to do. Make sure we have enough length here for these. Perfect. So in case anybody's going to, I haven't looked at the screen to see if the question's been posted, but if the question was posted, hey, couldn't you have tinned them before? The answer is without a doubt, yes. And normally I would have if I wasn't so scatterbrained today. But so you would really want to tin these and do all this before. Like, don't cut the motor wires and try to tin them after you've put them in. It just makes it 10 times worse, right? And sorry, I'm not looking at the screen if anybody's asked anything, only because I'm so wanting to just get these motors on here now and forget about the stupid Band-Aid that's in my way. All right, let's go. 1. Two. I'm going to give it a little bit more wire on this one. I don't like what that looks like right there. There we go. There we go. Oh my gosh. Finally. Okay guys, sorry, that took about twice as long. I apologize. I will next time not do a video when I have a Band-Aid on this finger. I'm learning my lessons here quickly. Okay, so but getting down to it now. So here's what we've got, right? We've got all the motors put on. I mean, I'll go back and look at everything and if it needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I just want to get to the point of showing what this looks like. So from there, because we're done with the bottom of the board basically, right? So from there what we can do is we can go ahead now and you can take your piece here, place it on over, just like that, okay? Get it to fit on here properly. We gotta line everything up. There we go, 1, 2, perfect, just like that, okay? And then we'll fasten it down. Okay, so even with the base on, you can still get to the USB port right here, but that's how the bottom will look, and then you will have your Velcro here for your life. All right, so here goes. Now we're down to the Vista itself. So let me get all the wires arranged properly. This is going to be for our S-Bus. This goes into the S-Bus portion of the Vista. Okay, let me go ahead and just wind that up. These are for the LED and buzzer. So let's go ahead, because that's going to go to the back. So those are actually going to go over here on this side. And this goes to the Vista as well, which goes on this side here. Okay, so these are Vista wires. That's the LED wire. And now, as you can see it start cleaning up, all the wires look symmetrical. At least they should. I mean, that's the whole goal. So if you look at that right there, look, you see how all the motor wires are run nicely? I mean, I think nicely. I mean, they're clean, right? And normally, had I not had this banded on, they would have been a little bit tighter pulled in, but that's about where it's going to get. Okay, so now it's time to look at the Vista itself, right, and how we're going to hook this up. So the Vista, like I said, the wiring of the camera is going to be considered the back. So the reason we have this like this is because this Vista will then, and I may put as a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. So let me make a note of that as well. Plus I need to make a note that we need on our notes here, right? One thing that we definitely need to put on here is that we need the, here it is, this pen right here. We need to add 4 more 1 millimeter fasteners for the bottom. All right, that's what we put the green piece on with. So that's another piece that goes on here. And then we're going to add 4 rubber spacers. And I'll show you what that is here. I mean, you know what they are. I'm just going to show you what I'm describing as a rubber spacer. And that's going to be these things right here, right? That's going to be these pieces right here. And the reason I'm going to put these on is I'm going to put them over just like that because I've got the wire running underneath. And that's going to automatically give us some space anyway. So if I'm going to use that, I might as well go ahead and also put this on here just to get the Vista even a little bit more stand up after that. So here goes. So let's see. I said it was going to go like this. So now we're going to take the Vista. We're going to slide this on here. 1. Oh, wait a minute. No, don't tell me I did that. I'm gonna get saved by my family. Yes?
Hey, I'm gonna go.
Did he come on?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Austin's talking now. I'm
Okay.
gonna go pick up Austin real
Okay.
quick, and then I'm gonna bring him back, and then I'm gonna take JJ to Chick-fil-A. So I'm just gonna grab Austin.
So
real
no
quick.
peace.
No peace.
Okay, gotcha. No
all right.
peace. Lots of love.
Later.
Love you, babe. So, you know when you have those days, I'm having one of those days today. God darn it. Oh hell. So if ever you were like, man, I just screwed up, like to yourself, like when you're building something, like, God darn it. Okay, so I just screwed up. And this is like the worst. Thanks, Jack. Yeah, this is the worst screw up possible. Oh, I'm so pissed right now. And I don't know how I'm gonna. There's only one way to fix it, right? So this really makes me mad. Oh, it's one of those days. But hey, you know what? Let this inspire all of you that well, not to say that I know what I'm like, not to say that I'm anything big by any means, but yeah, I screwed up right now. So the whole time, and I'll say this is the first time I've done this, so it's just one of those days. I put the Vista mount, put the tall screws in the 16 by 16. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, this ain't gonna fit. So thanks a lot for you guys who are my eyes. Where were you on that one? So I gotta correct it real quick. So bear with me a second. This is just adds to my day, which is fine. It shouldn't be that hard to correct, but God darn it, just one of those days. I promise you, I'll make this fast though. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be taking up all your time here. I can't believe I did that. Well, another wonderful day. All right. So let's just. What I'm going to do is so that I can get a little bit of movement from this board. Because what I want to do is I'm going to have to move the board out a little bit so I can slide these taller screws out. That's it. This is a double build. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll have no problem with that. All right, hold on. Again, I'm just gonna take these screws out so I can slide the board over. The rest of it should be easy. Yeah, it's Friday. It's killing me. God. And it's a gorgeous day outside. I don't know what the hell's going on with my day. All right. So now we got to take these tall screws out, which is fine. We're going to knock that out real quickly. Just got to take these 1 millimeter. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. Hold on, let me see if I can get this in here. If I can get this to fit, then I'll be good. There we go. Perfect. Such a great Friday. Look, I can't even use this. I mean, look at it. It's just sitting up here doing nothing. Such a waste. So I gotta fit my fat fingers in here somehow. Who would have thought? Okay, so we're gonna pop this into the 20 by 20 spot. Thank you. All right, so 1 of 4 have been fixed. Well, I guess if I do this, then you guys will make sure you don't. So consider that. Now you can see how bad it can get if you don't pay attention. Let me be the let me be the guy that shows you why you don't want to do this mistake. You sit here the rest of the time fixing it. All right, so that's 2, and that one will go in the 20 by 20. Done. So that was easy enough. Now my fat fingers can get this thing on here. This is such a pain. There we go. Yeah, I know. I know. Trust me. I think that'll be the shirt I wear next. It'll just say shit happens. All right, let's get this in here. Who's that?
Jaden.
What's up, Big JJ?
Hello. I saw on the video.
Oh my God, yeah, I made a big mistake, so now I'm having to fix it.
Oh gosh.
Thanks, Jaden.
Wait, so you're still doing a video?
Yes, I'm still doing a video. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Hey, Jack's on here. He says we're gonna fly this weekend. Okay?
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yes, sir.
You got to see him fly that new plane, the one that we built for him with the.
Stickers?
Come on, Hardy, hurry up. Yeah, the one with the stickers.
Wait, is that him?
Yeah, that's Jack. He's saying, do like, see, Jack's, yeah, that's Jack. You can show him how you flew that quad yesterday. We're gonna put that video of you tonight. You want to see it?
Yes, sir.
You know the one we did yesterday?
Yes, sir.
You can show everybody how easy it is to fly one of those new drones. I mean, that was out of the box your first time flying it. You did a perfect job. Not bad. And then we had like what? It was like kamikaze in here that night. Yeah, last night. We hit the elf on the shelf. So the elf on the shelf decided to come into the garage. And, this screwdriver is the bomb. It's awesome. So we had the elf on the shelf, and somehow the elf on the shelf decided to come into the garage. We're going to have to talk to Santa about that one. So why the elf on the shelf would want to come into the garage and stay in here when there's drones being flown almost turned into a big event.
His head was not chopped off.
No, but it hit him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hit him in the hat. Almost took his head off. Could you imagine what would have happened if that happened? So I'm sending a letter to Santa and asking him not to put elf on the shelf back. And they can't see that. Put it over here.
Oh, you want me to?
Yeah, you got to see. If you see there, they can. Well, don't. There you go. You got to tell them what it is, bub. It's a drone.
Oh, it's a drone. Can I go fight?
Yeah. I guess so. Well, no, not with Nikki outside. Hold, just wait for Sam to get back. Can you wait for her to get back?
Yes, sir.
Well, if you want to, hey, look, if you want to fly it right over in front. Okay.
Okay.
Just not on the driveway. Fly it in the front of the house. Thanks, bud. Just for the record, this elf on the shelf thing is driving me nuts. And my wife decided to put the elves, 2 of them. We have a girl and a boy elf now. Patricia and Chippy. And she puts them in here. I'm like, and then the prop hit the elf's hat. And I think we almost, I mean, this was going to be a national emergency. Oh my God, I about died. Okay. All right, anyways, so we're done. We finally got this thing situated properly. Let me verify. Yes. Okay, there we go. And I think at this point, I'm going to skip the screws. I'm going to use these soft standoffs here too. I like this idea. Let me go ahead and do that and that. There we go. And that'll give us, oh yeah, that'll be cool. That'll give us even a little bit more gap there. That's neat. All right, so we'll go that route and then do the same thing here. All right, put this here. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna come out nice. All right, put another screw here. On the shelf. 2 of them. We got 2 of them for. It comes with all this. Sorry, I wasn't looking. Look, see all these? But no, not drivers. No, that's, as a matter of fact, hold on a second though. I will tell you that I think that if you just take this out, I don't know if this is it or not. I know my other one is like that. Let me see. I'll tell you real quickly. I want to say that on my other one, I could just take that out and then this part worked, but I don't know if this is too big for this one. Let me just tell you real quickly. That's how I do it on the other one. So let's see. My fat fingers can do this stupid thing. Yeah, quads on the shelf. I don't blame you. I feel you. All right, here goes. Yep, that'll do it right there. So just take the bit out, and then that does it. Bing, bing. Pretty cool. All right. Anyways, now I need that screw back. That was what I'm using for my build. All right, last one, and we're back to where we started, except that everything fits this time. Hallelujah. All right. Now, let's get this back on. Here, let's just use this. There, done. Perfect. Easier with that. Where am I from? I was born in Beirut. My family's all from Beirut. My dad's there right now with the rest of my family. What's up, Dad? Hope you're doing well. That's where I was born, and that's where my family's from.
Daddy,
Yo.
it can go so high. You don't know how to go. It's.
Okay, but yeah, but by law, you kept it within the range of the law, right?
What's that?
How high did you go? Did you go higher than the house?
I don't know.
Did you go higher than the house?
I don't think I did.
Good, that's good enough. You would know.
Can I charge the battery? It died. That's why I came in.
Of course you can charge the battery. What else you gonna do? There we go. Okay.
Got it?
All right. So there, we're back in business after another screw up. We're back in business again. No, this is for customer. Yeah, it's actually that's exactly where it went off. My dad, I got like I said, my family's there. We did a cool little fundraiser, and I a lot of people helped to raise some money so we could send back there and help some folks. My dad's actually down there now, heading up a project to rebuild homes for 118 of the families. Him and some of his colleagues decided to do that, so they're out there right now getting that done. But yeah, that's right, on April 4th. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I've spoken to him. Yes, I know he is. As a matter of fact, I told him I was going to head down there. I told him he can go with me. Told Serge he can come on with me.
Let me down.
Where are you going?
Going to plug it in.
Okay, go plug it in. I love you too.
Wait, is there one out here?
I don't know.
Yes, there is.
All right, I'm getting back to this part now, guys, where I left off with such a long time ago. All right, so we're going to bring these wires out.
Let me down.
Love you, bud. Are you going inside or are you going to hang out here?
I was going to go inside.
Okay, I think my Xbox is up, so we're doing some Rainbow tonight?
You see your Fortnite's done.
Fortnite and Rainbow.
We know it's not.
It's not done. Okay, we'll make it happen. All right. And then, so here we now have everything sitting properly, guys. So if you want to see it now, this is what it looks like. Everything looks good. I'm going to put, looking at these wires. Oh, I need to put the rubber mounts on here, so let me do that. Oh, right on, man. I'm glad it helps you. I get a lot of people telling me my videos suck, so I appreciate the compliment. I had one guy told me, I saw it today, I'm like, he said, your video is a complete mess. I'm like, I know. I know. But until you take as much Ritalin and Vyvanse as I do, don't judge me. Because it's not easy. All right, let's get these in here, and let's see how this is going to fit. Let's make this fit nicely. Ooh, I think that's my wife. Is she back? Is that her? There she is. Here she comes. Miss America. How you doing, babe?
Good.
Oh, here comes Austin. Pick up your feet.
Alright.
What's up, Austin?
So,
That's my son's best friend right there. Did you have a good day at school?
yes, sir.
All right. What'd you say?
I was telling Austin he's on Facebook Live.
Yeah, you're live. Okay, so there we go, guys. Okay. Hey, thank you very much. It's a hell of a rebuilding process, but I tell you what, the Lebanese people can do it. That's one thing I know for sure. No, I don't. My son just downloaded this, Richard, and is telling me like he's literally up. He will not talk the rest of the night. He's gonna be playing that now. All right, let me finish this now. All right, so guys, here's what we got. So we're pretty much done here at this point. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and solder to the bottom here. Sorry, this build, if I wasn't doing this live, would have probably been done, but I like talking with everybody too, and I don't get to. All right, so here we go. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put the solder on now for the caddx. Thankfully, I don't need my Band-Aid finger for this. So here we go. So all the pads are now tinned up, okay? And from this part, really, you can do the rest of it like on the table because we're just going to fold it over anyway. So we just want to make sure, like, I guess I could say that you could kind of mount the caddx, just leave it on one of the screws right here. That way you know your wires are going to be long enough, but not too long, right? So we know the caddx is going to be sitting like this, and I know that my wires don't need to be super long, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the wires right about here, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'll save these wires and I'll take them back to the original because I have another harness here and I'll tell you exactly how long. So let me put a note here for length of the caddx wires so I can tell you how long they should be. Length of, whoops, caddx wires. Don't worry about my handwriting. It's nothing to be proud of for sure. All right, let's go ahead and do this up. Oh, listen, this is I spent a lot of time figuring this frame out, and I got to give it up to Julio. Julio Rodriguez has been hounding me to make small drones, and I tried 2 years ago. It sounds simple, right? But it's not. I tried 2 years ago to make small drones, and the problem is they always kept going too fast. Like, I'd make a small drone, but it would be built for like outdoors, and so everybody's like, "Look, it's cool, but it's just too fast. You can't fly it inside." So now I'm trying to do it again, and this actually worked out really well. I flew this in my house a couple days ago. The one that I had originally built. It was pretty fun. I was surprised. I didn't crash it. I mean, it handled really well. So, all right, let's tin these up. Yeah, caddx. I guess I'm not correcting the DJI comment. I'm assuming that they know it's a caddx, but it's, you know, unless they're referring to the camera. But yeah, it's a caddx Vista. Yeah, caddx Vista is actually this piece here, right? Because they sell it as a Vista alone, and then you get the camera, the DJI camera, or you can do a Nebula camera, or some of the new cameras that are coming out. All right, let me tin this up. You guys can. I need my old man goggles. Excuse me, my Mr. Magoos. Let's put these back on. Flip the dorky light on, and away we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put this caddx on one of the screw here so I can hold it in place. Now remember, guys, if you look at your pamphlet here, right? So we're going to start from the outside in. So we're going to go red, black, yellow, white, and I did these exactly the same on the board. So we're going to do the same thing. All right. So red, black, yellow, white, and so forth. All right. So here goes. Red. I don't want these to come untwisted, so let me just keep them as twisted as I can, because I want them to get kind of tied down later. We get this black cable here. Forget, I'll just put the black one in here. Okay, red, black. There you go. So here's black. Okay, we have yellow. White. All right, and then we got the last two, which is going to end with your black and then your S-bus. So I've got to strip those real quickly. Let me strip those real quick and then tin them. They'll be ready to go. Nope, I'm about out of that. I'm gonna have to get another one. You don't want to tin over the motor. There's 1, 2, and then it's gonna go black and yellow. So let's get the black in there. Get the yellow. There we go. Caddx is now wired. Lift it off. You can wind those up a little bit. Okay, and we said that this would be the back, so this is going to pop on just like that. We could tuck those wires underneath just like that. That'll stay nice. Okay, and then the last thing we've got here is our DJI. So now, what we're gonna, not the DJI, the last thing we got is going to be the LEDs. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the LED. Hey, what's up? Hey, listen, man, you make sure, I get it. If you can get your kids involved in this, you know, anytime you get to spend with your kids, man, go for it. Tell them I say hello. Tell them all the kids I say hello. I'm so thankful I get mine this weekend. So you guys make sure to spend time with yours, make memories. Even if the memories include flying a quad, losing it, that's still good memories. Okay, so we can wire up the LED now, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and start putting my standoffs on, and this way we can get all our height. There goes my eyeballs. Those fell on the ground. My glasses back on now. Let's see what we got. So since we're going with this kind of green look, so I'm going to, let me see, what do I got here? I have Nope. That needs to be that long, which is, I think, this one. Yep, here we go. There we go. All right, so this is our front area here. So we're gonna put one here. Okay. Gonna put one here. Okay. Put a smaller one in the front, and I think this is gonna be too long for the front. I need to get a. This is a 15 mil. Let me go find a 10 mil real quick. Give me 1 second. Ow. All right, got the 10 mil. Here we go. Fresh pack. Let's open these up. I'll put them in this HQ prop bag for now. I'm telling you, if you've ever had about 500 or 600 of these things hit the floor, good luck. So let me just put them in something. All right, so we'll put this one right here. Okay. Good. So everything is now fastened down. Back one I'm not worried about just yet because I'm probably going to cut that or bend it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our front mount. Let's get this crap out of the way now because we don't need it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Where'd I put it? Here it is. So here we go. So take this now, and this is our front. So we're going to take this and fit this over, just like that. Slides right on those standoffs and slides right on that one, right? Like that. Now, I haven't put the antenna in yet, so I know that, just to let you know, but I'm going to show you something here real quick. So this is how this is going to sit, right? And then this piece, we're going to take these out. Shark bite? No. 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 I don't really have much to say after that. Just no. Can you go digital without DJI? I was saying cat exists to plus sharp, but I'm answering the first question like, no, that's not what I'm putting on. I'll tell you like this. Hardy, I don't know if just here. I know there's some other guys that were here that have messed with the shark bite. I'm not a fat shark dealer, so I don't mess with it anymore. But that ended a year ago. It'll be a year on December 24th, on Christmas Eve. Okay, so this is going to sit like this. And you'll see why. Like so on mine, what I did was I bent the screw here, but I'll probably just go back and find out what size screw is going to be the best. So I guess let me answer the question like this. No, there you go. Hey, yeah, okay. So have him answer it because he's also touched it. I've only listened to what everybody else has said and got the feedback from them. So Spider Monkey, if you want to fill him in, I know that you've messed with it too. Most people I've seen are not impressed with it at all. And frankly speaking, I mean, I was a big Fat Shark fan until they became a-holes. But I guess that's how it works with pretty much everybody. Everybody's nice until they become a-holes. Okay, so there's one. I'm looking for the last little side mount piece, which is right here. Okay, now it's starting to take shape. Check that out. See that? Oh yeah, nice little cool thing. Okay, so I will be taking these off obviously because I have to put the antenna on. So here's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you right now, and I've got another one that I have to fix for someone who broke their UFL connection. So please, let me just explain this to you very quickly. Be very careful right here, okay? If you put your antenna on and you wanna take it off, be very careful. because it was, of all the things I've soldered, that was the hardest soldering job ever, was right here. Okay, if you rip that piece off. So I'll show you what I'm talking about, and I will tell you that you need to commit to, once you put your antenna on, you've committed. Just leave it alone. If you do pull it off, be very careful, because so many people break this. This piece right here, don't break it. I got one right now. A customer sent it to me. I need to fix for them. Sucks. Wait, I dropped my eyes. I gotta find it. Hold on. All right, here we go. And I got my antenna right here. So what I did was, on this camera mount, you can pick whichever side, depending on how you mount this. So this will go right in here. It'll stop. You can stop it right there if you want, but it makes it great because then it also acts as like a fin if you flip over. So what we're going to do is we're going to clip that in right here. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to take this piece. Now there's a little like a, I don't know what you call it, like a little piece sticking down from the Caddx Vista right there. So make sure to put that hole over that. Put that on there. And then put the screw back in. Screw it down. Don't drop the screwdriver like I just did. Add that to my wonderful day. Now, put this back on, and this sucker is almost finished. So check this out. Oops, where did I put my little standoff? Hold on. I put my standoff back on first. Got these Magoo goggles on, I can't see anything. Here it is. I mean, I'm on a live feed. I can't answer the phone. It's all right. All right, there we go. Make sure these are tightened down. They are. There you go. So now you got your antenna, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about. But it makes a pretty good stand like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we'll look at the wiring here in just a second, but more important is to look at the LED that we need to attach. So that's going to be right here. And so this is the mount for the LED. It sits like this, and then the LED sits underneath right behind the Caddx, okay? I mean right behind the camera. It's going to sit right here. So let's go ahead and wire that up real quick. So on the LED, you have ground 5-volt LED and buzzer, okay? So let's do that real quick. Now, I don't know if these wires are going to need to be cut or not. I'm going to probably not have to cut them. I think these will be perfect length. So at least we know for the LED, I don't think we'll be cutting those at all. I think those are going to work out just fine. So let's get going with that. So let's solder this up. Ground. There we go.
I'm heading out. I'm taking Ashton, Austin, and Jaden with me.
Where's Landon?
He's in here playing video games.
Where are you guys going?
I'm getting Jaden Chick-fil-A, and then I gotta stop by HEB and grab a few items for dinner.
What am I getting?
You're getting fajitas?
Oh, fajitas are good.
Yes.
All right, Mama.
Alright, I love you.
I love you. Okay, babe.
Probably an hour.
Drive safe. What?
Yeah, it's gonna take me a while.
All right, well, drive safe. Don't talk to strangers.
I will. Bye.
Love you. All right, there we go. So that's wired up. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna hook this up real quick. All I need to do for that is I need one little glue stick, and I'll be all okay. Let me find a glue stick here real quick. Of course, when I need one, nowhere to be found. That's okay. I'll find one anyway. At some point. I'm all over this place. Maybe not. Well, let's hope I have enough in here. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Here's how I did this little mount, because I thought this would be kind of the easiest way to do it. And we'll see if I'm right or not, okay? So the way I did it was, I said that I was going to put a tab of glue right here. I'm going to take this, I'm going to fit it right in there, just like that. Okay, I'm going to take the next tab of glue, put it right here. I'm going to fit it right in there, like that. And in case you miss your mark a little bit, just heat it up. Okay, and then you can move it back into position. And do not worry about the little string glue pieces. Those will come off when we cut them. This is going to look gorgeous. Man, that is sweet right there. Perfect. Okay, so then you're going to take it and it's going to mount to right there, just like that. So let me get the screws. I think for that I'll use a 10 ml with a spacer. Look, I'm going to tell you flat out, this thing is fun. It's fun. And I am not a small quad guy, but as soon as I flew, man, I had such a blast. Okay, hold on. Let me find my screwdriver here real quick. Where is everything? There it is. Alright, I'll use this one. Just gotta get that TPU, got the little bit of that print in there. Okay, now, let's finalize this sucker. There's one. I know, I had a good time. What do you want me to say? Shut up, I already told you. I have to eat my words on this one. Man, I don't like small quads. And I'm like, man, this is the coolest thing. I'm so glad you told me to build it. Man, this looks really cool. It really does look cool, though. Okay, so there you are. So let me show you now. Now, I obviously have to tuck the wires, okay? So I still got to tuck the wires away, which are really going to be kind of easy to do. So I can tuck them behind the stand here in the post. But remember, we're not done yet, right? So we still have to put we still have prop guards for when you're flying indoors, right? And that is the cool part. So take a look at it now, right? So there it is. Okay, I hope I'm giving you, let me try it like this here. All right, so little tiny sucker, right? There it is. There, it's fun though, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. This thing it's beast mode, okay? So, all right, now let's get to putting the prop guards on, all right? So we got prop guards. Here they are. Me and prop guards don't always see eye to eye, but I do get why they're important. I just hate that they're important. Okay, make sure that lines up. Yep. 1106. 1106, 6000 kV. Oh yeah, see, everything was cut so that it fit perfect. So as you can see, I mean, it's like, it's all cut. Everything was designed so it fit perfect. 4S. For this one, 4S. I have a 6S version that has the 1106 2400 kV, I believe. So, but yes, this is the 4S version. Just make sure I get all this stuff lined up. That's probably my biggest thing about these is that lining them up is a pain in the butt sometimes. But that's all right. Hold on. Sorry guys, I gotta remember how I mounted this one here. And I think that it was because it was lowered by just a smidge. So I have to lower that one, but let me see. I'll find out very quickly if that's what I did. Yeah, I think so. And I'll come back to that one. Let me get these other ones on real quick then. So I need to check that real quick against the one that I built over here and see if I raised it or lowered it. And I'll tell you very quickly. But I also need to get this on here. There we go. Almost done. Almost done. What's up, Raphael? How you doing, bud? Just about wrapping this build up. Now this is the one piece that I'm going to have to be careful of. So I think by raising it up a millimeter or 2 millimeters, I'm going to find myself in a small bind here. So I'm going to see, give me a second, because I don't want to move the Vista. But on mine here, it sat, let me see what I did here. It sat just a millimeter below it. So I raised the Vista up a millimeter, and that has put me in the way of my final piece. So now where is this stupid thing? Just had it. Where is my prop guard? Here it is. Okay, so the millimeter that I raised it puts me directly in line with those, but I think I can get around it, so here goes. Anyways, if I can't, I got a way to fix it. I just wanted to see if I can get around it. I think I can. I think that's going to work just fine, and it's going to come out so pretty. Tell you what I'm going to do. I don't want to move the cadex, and I'll be very honest with you. That cadex is in a perfect spot right now, so I'm going to see something here. If I can reduce this, here's what I'm going to do. Only because, and I probably wouldn't move the cadex anyway. I think I'd rather move this down a mil, to be honest with you. Because I like the space that the cadex has at this point. So I have no reason to mess with that. Let me see how that looks. This obviously I've got a million of these prop parts, so I can do this all day long. I just want to see what would be the easier of the two. Oh, you know what? It's just, hold on a second. It's just the antenna. Hold on. I just noticed that. I thought it was more. I thought it was the rest of it, but it's not. It's just the antenna. So, and I don't feel like messing with the antenna. I'll tell you that right now. So, I will just take that piece down and leave the rest of it. Obviously, this isn't going to go with the drone. This is going to be for me to work with, but I like the way it sits, so if anything, I would reduce that one section, and that's it. So let me verify if that's it. I think that's actually perfect right there. Yep. Sweet. Thank you, Julio. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Let's get this last piece on. Put some props on it and see how beautiful it looks. Trying to line these up. Me and these things don't see eye to eye. All right, now we're going to go into a fight. I cannot see this other. There it is. All right. What happens when you get old? You can't see anything anymore. Let me see. Where is it? There it is. Fine. Fine. And there it is. Oh, I grabbed the 2.5s. Oops, I need the 2s. Okay, my bad. I meant to grab the 2s. You know what though? I have some. Let me see. I wonder if I meant to check if these fit anyway. Yeah, no, these are gonna be 2.3s. All right, guys, hang tight. I've got my glasses on. I didn't have my glasses on when I grabbed the last ones. I'm gonna go grab some 2-inch real quick. Be right back. that was fun. Except that my wife does the inventory and she knows where they are and I don't. So I'm gonna take these ones and I'll put these over because I couldn't find any green ones. So I'm gonna use the red ones. So give me 1 second. I can't believe that. My wife knows it all. I have no idea. Sorry, it should have been green. I apologize that I don't have the green ones here because I don't know where she has put them. So I will put these ones on instead for now. So we can at least see what this thing looks like. One day I'm going to know where my inventory is, but not after Black Friday. That is considered mayhem. Yeah, thanks, man. But I just really like to make things match. It kills me. If I had known it was going to be red props, I would have put on the red prints that I had done. So I'm not. I'll just wait for her to give me the green props because I'm not about to take everything apart. We got one more, and then that sucker's good. But yeah, I guess that's true. It's this Christmas quad. I'll say I did it on purpose then. Okay, so I start over, guys. This is a surprise. It's a Christmas quad. Yeah, it was intentionally multicolored. All right. So there you have it. Now, the one thing that I need to do is I need to turn it on and make sure it's not going to blow up on me, right? So that's what we're waiting for. Let's make sure that we're going to be good with this. So first thing we'll do is the continuity. Come on, get in there. Okay, continuity's good. I need one more fastener here real quick, so I'm gonna grab one. Let's see that I don't have one on here. That's not what I need. This is what I need. Oh, the jiggle proper. You know what? I don't think they're making them in this size. I just got them in yesterday. I don't believe they're in this size though. Fasten this down and let's power it up and see how everything looks, shall we? Here goes. Got my smoke stopper on. It's been one of those days, guys, so you know as well as I do that anything at this point could go wrong. let's just hope it doesn't, please. Please. Ah. Okay. Let me make sure my battery is set. All right, that's fine. Everybody ready? And here we go. Okay. Please. It's been a rough day today. Make sure the capacitor is not aimed at my face. All right, homie. Hey, we got our LEDs working. Look at that. All right. We got our buzzer working. And let's well, I haven't paired the DJI setup yet. There you go. So everything's looking good, right? Got everything going here. All right, so I'll go ahead and let me unplug that now. So it's actually been a good day. Okay, so let's talk about the build a little bit, okay? And we'll do that real quickly. The build went well, except for a few hiccups. I'm really excited about this build. Now let's go get the, let's do a weight on it. Hey, thank you very much. Let's do a weight on it real quick. Make sure that it falls within the weight that I stipulated. So let me find the darn scale that is also somewhere in this building and I don't know where. I'll find it though. I'm getting warm. Shit around here moves. And it's kind of messy in here anyway. Hold on. Where the hell's my scale? 1 second. I'm going to find the damn thing. Oh, you know what? I'll use this little tiny scale. It's a tiny quad. Why not? Okay. so let's get the this. This will be our, because this is kind of a soft, I want to make sure that we get the right reading. So this is a 200 grams. So let's make sure. 199.93. I'll give or take. It's only because it's a soft surface. I hate to. All right, so let's just go with that. So here goes, guys. Can you see that? That's actually lighter than I think before. Hey, 113. I think I had it at 121. So there you go, guys. 113.5 grams, give or take 7/100ths of a gram. So maybe 113.57. But there you go. So 113 with the Vista, fully loaded, ready to go, ready to fly. So there you go, guys. That is. I'm really excited about that. So look, here's the deal. Thank you very much for watching, guys. So I'm really happy about this quad. This one and the 107HD, which flies at 2.5-inch props. So if you're interested in getting one of these, you can go to the website. You don't have to get it in HD version. I am going to build one without the HD version, and I'll put the options on there. I was with GPS. I know, but the GPS doesn't weigh, but it's not possible. Like, I think what I did was, oh, you know what? No, it's not because of the GPS. It's because on the first frame, I had to build a converter to go from from 20 to 25. So there was a 3D print on there as well. This one, I redid the frame, and in doing that, it took out some carbon fiber and didn't have to have that piece. So the GPS is 5 grams. So even if it was taken out and nothing was added, it would still be 116. So it's not bad. We've actually shed quite a bit of weight. Shed about 3-4 grams of weight on this thing. So let me see. I'm going to put it on there one more time because I just saw it. Yeah, that's right. 113.52, whatever it is. Okay, so you can get it online, and they're really awesome. We had a great time with this. So I hope you guys, if you're interested, it has a, remember, this has you get the 25 or 35 amp ESC AIO from JGMCU. You got your Caddx Vista on here. And everything else to go. Plus, you get the option of you can have the LEDs or you can have the GPS, whichever one you want. This is what the GPS one looks like. This is the original build. This is the one I did, the first one. So on the back, you can see where the GPS is. And people ask, why would you have the GPS? And I say, can you do the crossfire with the... Yeah, of course you can. That won't be a problem at all. As a matter of fact, I got the crossfires in stock. Oh, you asked me to do that too. Darn it, I'm sorry. I will do that for you though. So I'll put a crossfire on here. Yeah, that won't be a problem at all. There's a UART available for it, so it's not a big deal. As a matter of fact, guys, if you wanted to, you could also, on this one, I ended up using soft serial as well and activating the LED and the motor 5 ports to run the GPS. Okay, so you could run up to 3 different things on here. But anyway, so there it is. So yeah, you can get it with a crossfire on it or anything else. Sorry, I really am sorry about that, man. It's been one of those days. And I think other than that, guys, I think that's pretty much about it. This is an 85 version. It's awesome, and you can fly it without the props. Look, the prop guards come off in a few seconds. So if you want to take it outside, you don't want that wind pushing it around, take the prop guards off. It'll cut through the wind awesome. And it runs the same 4S as the 107 does, okay? So if you need anything, guys, please, I'm really excited about these. You can, like I said, you can get it with GPS, you can get it with LED. I think you can get it with both. I can probably make them out for that too. Other than that, thank you very much. If you guys have any questions, as always, head on over to our Facebook groups page where we can help you answer some of those questions. And please, please, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know, I love doing these videos, and I love showing my kids how many people we got subscribed, and they're all into that stuff. I don't know. What's his name? The guy who just fought. Oh God, I don't even know now. A bunch of people out there. Anyway, so I always have to hear about these guys who have 1 million gajillion subscribers. All right, listen. Other than that, guys, from me to you, God bless. Be safe. Spend time with your family. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. You got Christmas coming up. Spend time with your family, guys. Make the most of it. You never know how much time you got left. Okay, so by all means, please. We can always fly later, but I'm always going to be here if you need anything. All right. Other than that, be safe, guys. God bless, and we'll see you at the raffle at midnight tonight. Good luck, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.